AP, Computer Science Principles, Programming Review, Units 4 and 5. We are up to Lesson 6 in your note packet. This is on nested conditionals and iteration. This actually covers topics from both Units 4 and 5. Sometimes a program needs to make multiple decisions when it comes to a specific algorithm. Here's an example. Imagine a program that reports whether a number is even, odd, or neither. For 0 is neither even nor odd. Sometimes the best way to handle this is using a nested conditional, although you can solve this and many others without necessarily using a conditional. So the pseudocode is the number 0. True, print off the number is 0. False, move on to the next question. Is the number even? True, print off that the number is even. False, print off that the number is odd. Write the nested conditional that follows the pseudocode algorithm if we write, the above. So if I go back here, pause the video, try to write the code for that. Did you pause the video and try? Let's take a look. If number equals 0, remember you need the double equals when you're actually using JavaScript. If it equals 0, display, and this would be where you do console.log. And I just use display instead of putting it out onto a text box or whatever. So display or console.log, this number is 0. Else, if number mod 2 equals 0, remember mod is how we check the remainder. So if something has a remainder of 0 after being divided by 2, the number is even, else the number is odd. Remember, we have to check for 0 first, because 0 is neither even nor odd, and 0 is evenly divisible by 2. Example, consider the following code segment. What are the values of x and y after the code has been executed? Pause the video and see if you can figure it out. All right, let's go through this. Remember that when we want to trace code, we make a list, We're going to make a better list. X and Y. So X gets the value of 3 and Y has -1. If X minus 2, so 3 minus 2 is 1, is greater than -1, this is true, X gets X minus Y. 3 minus -1 becomes 4. If 4 times 2, that's 8, is less than 3, this is false, you would do this. So then this if statement ends, and this if statement ends. We have a new if statement. If y plus 3, so 3 plus -1, that makes this 2, is greater than or equal to 4, this will run. This is false. So then we're at the else. Y gets the value of y minus x. -1 minus 4 will give us -5. Were you able to trace the code? It's a skill that's necessary for this class. Now, a nested loop has one loop inside of the other. When a loop is nested inside another loop, the inner loop runs many times inside the outer loop. Each iteration of the outer loop, the inner loop will be restarted. The inner loop must finish all of its iterations before the outer loop can continue to its next iteration. So here, if I repeat 4 times, repeat 3 times to display star, I will display 3 stars, come back up, display 3 stars again, 3 stars again. Essentially, how many stars will get displayed? I'll do this 3 times, this 4 times. So 4 times the 3 will display the star 12 times. Now here's an example. Take a look at this, pause the video, and see if you can figure out what is the value of A after the code has executed. Okay, you're back. Let's see. A is equal to 3. For I in range 5, for J in range 4. So this is going to do 4 times. This is going to do 5 times. I'm going to do A plus 1. So here, I'm going to make this 3 plus 1 plus 1. So I'm going to do that 4 times, right? So then after the first run, I'm going to have 7. Then I'm going to do that 5 more times. So now I'm going to, so that's the first, if you want to think about I, that's the first time through. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next time through, I'm going to do 1 plus. So I'm going to do that 4 times. So I'll have 11. Then I'm going to do it 4 more times, and I'll have 15. And then I'll have 19. Oops, and then I'll have 23. So remember, this one's going to run 4 times. So at the end, it'll be 7. Then it comes back up here. It's going to run again another 4 times. Whoops, got to get this. Were you able to get 23? And after a while, you might realize that you're adding 4 times 5, or 20, to the 23. And you see the pattern, and you can jump to the end. Otherwise, you can just trace it through as we did there. How many times does the work here appear on the screen? Pause the video. Sorry, it should be not work. The word here appear on the screen. Pause the video. Count it up and see if you've got it. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This is going to have 3 times we're going to see the word here. And then we've got 2 more times here. This is all inside of the 2 times. So this will display a total of, here will display 5 times. We're going to repeat this, so it will display a total of 10 times, because we're going to run this twice. Now, this is the end of our nested loops. Next up, we're going to have some fun with robots.